A very good early afternoon from Eindhoven. I am on my bike. The weather is splendid, expected to be 25 degrees. So let's cycle. This could very well be the first summer-like day here in the deep south of the Netherlands. A few weeks ago it was 23 degrees. Maybe today we'll tip to 25. There is a little bit of wind, as you might hear now, but it will be really nice weather. Today I'm going to cycle around the city of Eindhoven for a bit. Starting off here along the main road towards the town of Nuenen. But we'll turn left soon, go up towards the northern part of Eindhoven before ending up, well, somewhere in town for a late lunch or even a beer. Let's see what we can find. I'll give some comments along the way if it's needed. And most likely this video will just be a full integral video of me cycling. Normally I'm cycling slightly faster than this, but I tend to cycle for just over an hour at least, so I'm going to save my energy. What you will see today is a lot of bikers, a lot of cyclists and a lot of bikers. Bikers are on sports bikes, I guess. Cyclists. Dutch people like to cycle when the weather is nice. I am not following a specified route, although there are plenty of routes you can actually take. It's just that I really didn't have time to prepare one, so let's see. Might be a little bit sniffy, but you just have to ignore that. When I was a very young boy, I used to cycle here every once in a while, like just for hanging out. Not too far from where I lived. And of course you had friends of school that lived around here as well. There is a watermill just up ahead, the Watermolen. Let's see if I can show you that. I visited another watermill earlier in December. The one that's famous. Oh, that went wrong. The other windmill that I visited earlier was the Watermill of Coal, painted by Vincent van Gogh a few centuries ago. Oh, she knows the shortcut. I don't know that, so. And the road's closed. I didn't expect that to happen. But mostly that means cyclists can pass through. And if not, we'll follow the detour, no problem. Here's the watermill to your right. I'll turn the camera for a bit. There it is. Beautiful Watermolen. And those are bikers. I also need to go that way. Because the road isn't closed after all. This is the Dutch landscape in springtime. Everything is starting to turn green really fast now, because the weather has been extremely nice over the last weeks. We didn't have much rain over the last 2 months, to be honest, which is fine if you're a cyclist, but it's of course terrible for nature and for farming. But yeah, I can contemplate on that for a long time. Won't make any difference. There's an entire new neighborhood here. Used to be farmland. Yep. 20 years ago, everything was different. I've been here for decades, literally. At least it looks nice. And I guess with 18 million people living in this small country here, you need more houses. Housing prices are absolutely insane. Guess people like to live here. While they're complaining all the time, they still want to pay these high prices for houses. So let's see. I have my phone with me to look at where I'm going. I need some direction here. Yeah. Up ahead is the main road again, the Sterrenlaan, which we will follow for a bit towards the left, towards the west, until we are in the city area again. These are the outskirts. Every time you see a sign where cars are not allowed, 99% of the times cycling is possible. Like this road here says it's a dead-end street, but exceptions are for cyclists and scooters. That's what you can expect in the Netherlands. So don't be afraid to go somewhere wild, unexpected and unplanned. You'll be fine on bike. Van Gogh Village, as they would call it in America. Van Gogh dorp. There's a bus lane here. Yeah, things have changed. On the left side here are asparagus fields. And it's about the time to dig them up, because you want to have them white, not green. Yeah, they're above ground, not yet. That's the stakes only. White asparagus are the best ones, apparently. I don't really like them. Oh, he went for a long walk with his dog. As you might notice, there's not too many people here cycling yet. That's because it's Saturday afternoon early, it's about 12 o'clock. Let's see what time it is exactly. It's 11:45. People are out, but many of them will be in town. We'll cross that later. I want to show you how busy traffic gets here with cyclists. Oh, children got up front, as you saw. That was a two-wheeler though, not a three-wheeler or cart or whatever. the river Dommel once more. I think we'll cross this river a few times on the way as it crosses through Eindhoven, and we are cycling through Eindhoven, and we have made it back into Eindhoven again as we were just outside. Good that you're here, that's what the sign says. Goed dat je er bent. That's friendly, right? I guess people here are friendly, especially when the weather is nice. Okay, intersection coming up. Should we turn right or should go straight? I think we can turn right. More greenery, right? Normally I like to watch if the traffic light's green so we can cross straight away, but I don't have any view, so let's go and push that button. There we are. And we have green. That's how fast it can be. Yes, green. And left turn. We're nearing intersection 08. Intersection for bikes are signed everywhere here, and there are dozens. It's those small white signs with blue letters and indications. While in the countryside here, well, not really, houses on the left, but just on the outside of the city here, outskirts of the city. I'll try and keep the sun from behind, so you can see the splendid views I see here as well. Very early spring for the Netherlands. It's the 12th of April, but everything is sprouting green really fast now. And I'm still going really fast. Shouldn't do that. You should enjoy more. It's a Saturday, for heaven's sake. Every once in a while you might see a telephone screen pop up. I just need to keep my general direction. Yeah, we can go north for half an hour before we turn left. So let's do that. You can see here the streets are very narrow, not enough to fit two cars everywhere. Every time there's an intersection for cyclists or a crossing, the road will narrow. Really slowing down car traffic here, allowing pedestrians and cyclists to travel safely. And we have made it to the end of the cycling path. Yeah, they're not everywhere, but this is a quiet neighborhood. We are in Breugel, and the maximum speed is 30 kilometers an hour. Charlotteweg. Meloenstraat. Okay, we are in the fruits and veggies neighborhood. If you hear a click, that's my gear as I try to maneuver between taking it easy and going not too slow. So basically what you see here, all the bike lanes, everything orange, or separated and in a different color, is all relatively new. As cycling went out of fashion after the war, because people bought cars and stuff. Only in the early 2000s people realized, well, cycling is a good way to transport yourself. Or have a fun day out like me. So they put back in cycling lanes and stuff. Not everywhere, but especially in the city center here, every bike lane is separate, or even bike only. Gemberstraat, Jalan Jahe, could be an Indonesian street name. If I make comparisons to Indonesia, well, I've lived there on and off since 2006, so don't mind me. Mirabelweg, Italiëlaan, okay. Italy roads. Eventually this road will end. It's getting narrower here, so I guess we might make it turn shortly and find our way north again. Yeah, we can go around this neighborhood. Let's do that. And in front of us is greenery again. Schools are closed today, it's a Saturday, so don't have to be scared running into hordes of school children on bikes. Because those can be a pain in the ass. And just like that, it's green again. Also a little windy here, but that'll get better. Cycling lane. We need to go left. Can we do that? Yeah. This is a sharing path. Cyclists and pedestrians, and it's very narrow. That doesn't matter though. Better than being on the road. I'll check quickly if my camera is still running. Yeah, doing just fine. As you know, I have a different camera now. I'm using a DJI Action 4. And I've turned on horizon stabling for this trip, just to make sure everything is nice and straight. Someone wants to overtake me. Yeah. It's pretty narrow. And if I don't hear them, they can use their bell. I noticed them, so I moved out of the way, but using your bicycle bell is a good thing. Oh, there's a big stork fishing in the pond. This area is a farming area. A lot of old farms here dating back to the 18th century even. Oh, that's some tree trunk. Those were some tree roots pushing up the asphalt here. Yeah, this should be a nice and wide cycling lane really, but oh well, little by little. You hear that bird screeching? What's that? It's not a chicken, right? Oh, sheep. Oh, that's a petting farm, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can have a look at the sign. Then I know where to go. Ooh, sunlight. So we are... Look, we are here. We came from roughly here, made it all the way here. So I want to continue to 9 and then 43, and then, oh, that's a little bit industrious area though. Here's the industrial zone. We might just take the 121, skirting the northern part of Eindhoven. So we're going to take a left here. 1. So Eindhoven has a number of cycling routes. Some of them are for through traffic even and people at work. I've been on one recently, but it was too cold to film really. I'll do that later again. And some of them are for pleasure. Like this one. This is an unnamed route, but you can just follow the intersection points for cyclists. So now I'm going from number 1 to 8 or 8 to 1. Anyway, following a route. If you're lost, just cycle somewhere and you'll find it was really close. So if you are cycling here and miss a sign, hey doggy, that's a big herder. So once again, if you are cycling here and lost your way or apparently lost your way, it's okay, you'll be fine. Cycle up to a intersection ahead and probably you'll get directions. If not, Google is your friend. Right? I have to say, you are not allowed to operate a mobile phone by hand while driving. And that also means on the bicycle. As you saw earlier, I didn't really follow that. Probably should. Here we have a sign that says turn left for route 1, intersection 1. That's what we're going to do. Where should we cycle? I think I'll take this one. Not familiar, but I see a cyclist up ahead. And that's the pavement, so yeah. Diesel 161. That's gone down. Thank you, Trump, for causing a trade war. So not all cycling lanes are nice, wide and separate. This one is just side of the road. And it's on concrete pavers, which is extra not fine. But here we have made it. Once again, we have the right of way. Yeah. Still have to look out though. Not everyone will stop. Most of them will though. And here once more. Here we are along a different section of cycling path. You can see the swirly things in the middle. That is of course to separate left and right lanes, but this also indicates that it's a fast cycling lane. Put here to make through traffic more easy for cyclists. Because yes, a lot of people cycle to work every single day. It's the Netherlands, come on, what did you expect? Once we are in a more quiet area or busy area, I'll stop talking. There's a little bit of a climb here over the canal. Oh, sorry, that's not the canal, that's the highway. No clue why I thought there was a canal. Will it turn green? No, it won't. Yes, it does. Didn't have to push the button, I just had to make a full stop for half a second. And it will probably turn red once again. No, it won't. Nice. Trees blossoming, others turning green. In a few weeks' time everything is fresh and green really. And I hope the weather is like this on a weekend day so I can make another tour like this. See how nice? Residential neighborhoods on the left, old farmhouses on the right, green in between, beautiful. Let's see if we can time it correctly. Yeah, see? It's a bus lane only, that's why. Eternal Light. That's the name of the street, Eeuwiglicht. Okay, that's would you want to live there? Not really sure. Welkom in Bliksembos. Crossing Shakespeare Road here. Shakespeare Line. Let's go straight. Not a single cloud on the sky. Isn't that beautiful, people? We're still going west, and if we keep cycling we'll end up at the airport, which I don't intend to do, but on the other hand there is a nice place on an intersection with cyclists, cycling lanes, where there is a snack bar. So I wouldn't mind ending up there in 2 hours time or less to have a snack and a beer before heading home. There's a car behind me. Thought it was a bus, but it's an electric car. And one more crossing here. Still going straight. Skirting the area of Bliksembos. Bliksembos. I have to check my sound real quick. Yeah, I think it's working. Oh crap, no, I don't know. Oh well. Let's check my camera. How are we doing? I think we're fine, right? We have sound, yeah. So eventually my battery will run out, but I'll have to change that or charge it in one way or another. But that's halfway, I guess. Let's take a ride here. So I've just ordered a chest plate for my camera because it's way better than this camera now, because it's on my shoulder, and if you saw it, it's moving towards the drifting towards the left, which I don't like. So next cycling video will be better than this one. If you see strange traffic lights, that's for bus only. Really peaceful, right? So my plan was to cycle a lot and even cycle to Belgium, and that sounds like crazy, but Belgium is just over an hour away, the place I want to go. The Abdij, the Abbey just across the border. But that's over an hour, and I've not cycled for that long in a long time. So today is my tryout, I guess. Should make it to 2.5 hours, and then I'm up to speed. Those are funny houses, made of wood. Huh. Pretty cool. Can have a look around. Oh, they don't have streets here even. That is really cool. They have to park the cars right over here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, wait, that's still a little bit weird. Yeah, There's a plane coming into Eindhoven Airport, just over the buildings there. This looks really cool. Looks like a holiday resort. A little bit weird, but fine, I guess. No fences, no cars. Lovely. Hey. Okay, that was that. Those are nice, cool houses. I've no idea why it's built like this. I might need to look that up. And back again. We're going north. I don't think I want to go north for too much. So I'll probably find a nice place to turn around. Or turn left. Yeah. Should probably have turned left at the intersection. We'll turn around when we can. And then we'll dive into a neighborhood again. The camera is moving, right? Let's fix that a bit. Eindhoven is surrounded by big highways. There's more and more. It also means we can turn around up front, because this is the area of Eckersrijd. Not much to see outside of industry and commerce, so that's a bit boring, right? On the left is Aquabest, one of the biggest former excavation sites for sand or gravel. That's been filled and now is a recreational lake. They're also organizing music events there in the summer days. So cars have to go straight here, only buses can cross, that's good. We have made it into Breugel, almost across the street. So I guess I'll cycle back then. Right here is Aquabest. Best, named after Best, the town of Best. And it's located in Breugel, but oh well. I guess Best is more well known than Breugel, you tell me. We are back on a fast cycling lane, which I guess will follow the route towards the west again. I'll check that and then I'll use that to get to the airport area. Let's see where I am. Oh, I'm going definitely the wrong way. Oh no, it's the right way. I am going west once again. So let's follow the highway for a bit. This is the A50. We can follow it for quite a bit. and I intend to cross it earlier, but I'll have to see where I do that. Might get on this bridge here in front of us, if I can though, not sure. Don't want to go all the way there, as it's deviating towards the north again. Why are there cars parked here? Probably fishermen, or men that are fishing, I have to say. Pretty sure we can get on that bridge here. Just don't want to climb the stairs. Okay, it's closed for oops. That's really high to climb. I can, but let's go around. So just for your information, I've never been here. Oh, this is a dead end because this is Aqua Best. Yeah. So we can't go here. That's a shame. So this is the events area. Closed off, fenced off. Not ready for the season. Look. Okay, now we know. So let's get back on the main road along the A50. See where we end up. Oh, that sun in the face is just beautiful. I probably could have expected it was a dead end because there's a fence and bollards and stuff, so. But you never know. This is the 1% I told you about. Especially when it's running into a private piece of land with fences. Let's get back. There we are. Maybe we can cross it from over there again. Guess so. I see cyclists, so I just don't see a. Oh, I see them there. You can see it on the right. There's a cycling lane there. And I can cross right in front of me. Huh. Okay. Let's do that. Always look for traffic, people. Even if there's literally no one. You'll never know. Okay. Almost the wrong way again. Yeah, we are skirting the fences of Aquabest here. Those tents are really funny. White balls look like igloos. Reminds me of the town of Prambanan in Central Java, where they have these made out of concrete as a earthquake-proof housing complex. Still on my list. Should try to visit that one next time I'm around. I'm climbing for a bit. Be right back. Highway A50. SCA50, and there is a Transavia jet coming in. So now you know where Eindhoven Airport is from here. Not too far away. I'm going to check my battery. Yeah, battery is still running just fine. Probably can do another tour. Why did I do that on the bridge? Can probably do another 20 minutes, so let's go. We didn't want to go north again, so we'll have to turn left here. And probably a very green area. Fresh spring green colors, people. Wow. This is just so nice. Reminds me of those hot summer days as a little kid, where you would have no phone because it was the 80s, and you left home at 9 in the morning after waking up, having breakfast, going outside, playing in the woods on your motorcycle, playing on the woods, running through the neighborhood, cycling. Only to turn up back home when dinner was ready, without having any sense of time or even a watch. Ooh, that's fast. I have to go straight here. And just like that, I'm entering a neighborhood. How's that? Probably a lot of kids out. For sale. This is a woonerf without curbs. Still go straight. Oh, those are nasty. Okay, I'm trying to fit my camera. left. This is a cycling over Car Street. So cyclists have right of way here. Also something relatively new. I'm now following the little green signs. Those. And then we'll see where we end up. It is called Rondje Eindhoven, so we're back again at the wooden houses across the street there. Okay, that was a little detour. Huh. So what I wanted to do earlier is, what I should have done, or not, doesn't really matter, is turn a right here or a left from the other side. Then I would have missed the houses though, and Aquabest, so I guess no harm done. Yeah, trees are blossoming. Okay, here we are back in a nice and quiet neighborhood. Oh, his brakes are just as bad as mine. There was a nice cycling lane there crossing us. We'll take that the next time I see it again. Voilà. Franse baan. Somewhere around here is the Breugel. And I know that because when I was a teenager I went to the town of Breugel, and they have a Boulevard de Eindhoven over there. Why is that? Because the two cities are exchange cities, and of course Breugel is located pretty much in the area of D-Day. And that's why I was there, to pick up the flame of liberation, or how you call it, to bring it back to the city of Eindhoven, to be lit here as the kickoff of the celebrations of Liberation Day, which was the 18th of September 1944, just before the failed attempt of Market Garden. That's why the northern part of the Netherlands still had its winter of hunger, while we here in the south were already free. Yeah, I also should go back there again. Normandy, beautiful area. Back then, still like a century ago. Don't think much has changed. Let's take a right. into some more greenery and big houses next to water. This used to be a pretty busy road, Oude Bossenbaan. Now that circle around Eindhoven is going straight, so I'm going to catch up again. There it is again. Oh, nice and green, nice and quiet. Houses on a single plot. Yeah. You've got all the trees here, all the shrubs. I think these are blackberries, which is sad because you can eat them, you can pick them. Later in the season, yeah. We're climbing a bit. Here's another highway. Let's see how to get to Eindhoven Airport from here. Oh yeah. Oh, that brings me back to the place I came from. That's not what I want. Should have followed the road earlier. Yeah, okay, we're going to make a round trip tour here. Let's see where I want to end up, I'll show you. Here I want to end up. So let's see how far it is. Ah, it tells me to continue the road and take, oh, I'm a cyclist, wait. Yeah, it tells me to cycle it like this. Okay. So back to Aquabes it is. We were here a few minutes ago. We went the other way. Okay, let's follow the route description. Should be about half an hour ago to go to my place of half-time break, I guess. And my battery is low, so I'm going to change that once I'm down this path. Because I don't want to pedal the way down, I want to slide the way down. See, it doesn't matter where you go. It's beautiful everywhere here. Except for not pedaling, I might use my brakes here. Need to use my brakes. Let's see. Nah, I'll be fine. So this is my big detour, let's put it that way. But nothing is lost. No pedaling required. I am getting thirsty though, like that woman there. Number 10. Yeah, we're going to intersection 10. Let's do that. So we're going to follow the highway here for a bit and then cross over into the A2, which is right up ahead. And from there we'll drive to my spot to have a nice little rest. Food and drinks beach. Looks a little bit sad though. And we're next to the A2 highway, one of the most important highways of the country and in Western Europe even. I'm going to change my battery real quick. I have to do it somewhere. Okay, that was that. Okay, that's the new battery. My first battery lasted almost 70 minutes and I had 9% spare. That is way better than the old GoPro I had. That battery ran out like 15 minutes and became scorching hot. That's not the case with this one. That was a GoPro problem, not a battery problem. Whatever battery I bought, they're all fucked up. Camera just went bad after all those years. So this one, way better. It also has better sound though, but I still like to use my wireless Rode thingy because it's a little bit of anti-wind, which can come in handy. Today's probably fine though. And the wind's from my back now, so you won't notice it now. Welcome in Best, yes. So with this little cycle tour, we started in Eindhoven or possibly even Nune, I'll have to check back. We made it as far as Breugel. Now we are in Best. Eindhoven isn't that big, but If you're doing the outskirts, you can pick up towns really quickly. Yeah, signs of danger of forest fires. No open fire, no smoking. It doesn't look that dry. As you can see, everything is nice and starting to get green, but it is really dry, and the sand, the ground here is made out of sand mostly, drying out extra fast. So the next few months could be very dry. If this dry weather that we had now for like 2 months continues, it will be a disaster. We already had some forest fires here, small ones, but still, it's lost nature. So we're almost up to the canal, which we are going to follow basically all the way to where I need to go. Let's see if it's true. Yeah. Oh, that's easy. Take a left, follow it, and then branch off, and then we've made it. Should be some 20 more minutes, I guess. There's a sign that says all directions to the left. Eckersweijer. Okay. Fietsbrug. I'm not going to do the Fietsbrug. We need to stay on this side of the canal here. Using a cycling app, I guess, for directions. We are going straight, so one more underpass. There's even some boat traffic on the canal here. How's that for pleasure rides? Speeding is no art. No right of way for cyclists here. Oh. Okay, my ass is starting to hurt now. Thing is, I'm only halfway. I have to get all the way back again. But I'll be fine. Here's where the rich people live, people. Huge houses, greenery, tucked away. Yeah, I don't have the money for that. Well, maintenance might be a bitch, I'm not sure. Or heating in winter. But with that kind of money, you probably don't get too much. That's gross. Ugh. So people walk here. That's a long ass walk. I like walking, but well, the weather is nice, it should be fine, but imagine having to walk here even when the weather is bad. It's no fun. There's no place to shelter here. Yeah. That's a cool flower. You see that? So with these new batteries being tested now, it shows that in this mode, 4K 50 that is, 50 frames a second, and horizon stabilizing as well, I can do over 1 hour and 10 minutes with, there's a train passing us above us, you might hear it. Yep, that was a train. So this battery lasts, each one of the batteries lasts over an hour, and I have 3 batteries. So in theory, I could cycle around for almost 4 hours on this pack of batteries without recharging. I have a power bank with me, but I will probably need that before, I'll probably need that to charge my Rode Wireless 2s before the batteries of my Action 4 run out. So I'm really happy with that. I won't need it much, I guess, but I like being around for the day, out for the day, not having to worry about battery capacity, and without dragging along 10 extra batteries, of course. That's a pain in the ass as well. So, still following the canal, but we're going west still. That's long red lights. Up ahead, a few hundred meters, is a, oh that's quick. Up ahead is a curve to the left. We'll have to follow, that's another canal, that's a branch of this one. And eventually we'll end up right at the spot where I want to be, because the main cyclist intersection is right there. Also it will be past 1 o'clock. It's time to have a snack. It is 1 o'clock now, so that's, yeah, pretty decent, right? Winter machines on cycling path. Okay, winter machine. Oh, maybe a salt machine. De-icing, salting. Huh. This is another of those snelfietspaden, fast cycling lanes. They aren't necessarily wide, but they are meant to be little thoroughfares for cyclists, so that means less traffic lights and better green cycles. Here is the intersection of the canal, just on the right, so we are going the right way. Let's cross it first. No, we don't have to cross it, sorry. You can cross it, but yeah, we'll stay on this side. Oh, people use that path there to cross instead of going down and climbing. But then you have to wait for all the traffic. One car. Intersection 5. I think that's the one with the coffee shop, cafe hut actually. So, oh, this is 5. Let's go to 48. There are signs everywhere. If you take the time, you can't get lost really. I'm still climbing a bit, but and I have the wind from a front, which is less optimal, and so there's still a little bit of wind. But it is over 20 degrees for sure now, so. They're going so fast. Now I'm going slow. I'm lazy today. I'm in second gear. Should be in 4, but so now I'm thirsty and hungry. So I need a big snack. I don't need a meal, it's too heavy. Need a nice snack and a cold drink. Might go for a very cold Bavaria beer. Brewing just around the corner for a long time, and typical Eindhoven beer. Look, another highway. And look, another tunnel, so you don't have to wait for the highway. Isn't it nice here? I know you think it is. Back in the day, this used to be a nice and wide road, I think, because you could see there the cycling lane came out of the tunnel and went to the left. And there's 2 rows of trees here that are fairly new, fairly young. Everything has been decarred. Is that a word? No. Made more friendly for cyclists. And I'm getting warm now. Let's unzip something. Not my zip though. We're still around the canal here. And in a few minutes I earned that. As I've been cycling for about 1.5 hours now, I can confirm that cycling towards the Abbey of Hammond, no, that's the name of the area, the Abbey of Achel, wouldn't be any problem if the weather is like this. And I'm sure even in the Netherlands there will be a few more of these days, at least this year. And if the weather over the last 2 months is something predicting the future, we will have a lot of these coming up. Sorry for the farmers, but I don't mind. Yeah, this used to be a busy provincial road. They pressed Control Alt Shift Delete. Control Alt X is that, I guess. Or just delete if you selected it. See, right in front of us there's a empty path between the trees. It used to be the old cycling lane. I'm in first gear now. Too lazy to do this incline, spending any energy. But man, how beautiful the weather is. Are we there yet? Yeah, we're about 4 minutes out. Nice. See all the cyclists? Yeah, that's the Netherlands. And remind you, people do this for fun, just like I am. I'm not the crazy one here. Let's set the camera straight again. I think it's a little bit getting upwards now. That's better. I hope the viewing point is okay. Otherwise, there won't be any video. I probably won't be bothered to edit it at all. So, either you have a video or you won't. That said, the part through town is coming up after my break, as I'll cycle home slowly. And we're going to do that through the heart of town, to the heart of city center actually, passing the stadium, the former factories of Philips and such. So stay tuned, people, there's more to see. There is my midway stop. It is a snack bar at a cycling intersection. How is that? Yeah, they're open. Good. Ooh, we are getting a new cycling lane here on the right. At least here improving the road as it was. That was my quick break. So now let's cycle back towards Eindhoven. We're going to do that by following this very busy road. At least it used to be until a decade ago, I think. It used to be a provincial road and now it's a cycling lane only in a dead end. And we are cycling towards the city of Eindhoven again, which we will enter shortly, but you won't notice because it's a really green area. It's one big stretch of road though, so let's get it going. After that we'll end up at the former Philips factory area, which now is a residential neighborhood. I have about half an hour of memory left on this memory card. Let's see if we can get to where we want to go in that time. My eyes do hurt a little bit. I guess that's the hay fever playing up, but oh well, that only lasts a few weeks, at least for me, so I'll be fine. A little bit of wind today here, and the traffic jam on the highway. This entire intersection is closed off for traffic, except for cyclists, which is quite normal. Oh, there's even water here. It hasn't rained for 2 months, so that must be groundwater or sewer. Yeah, I guess it's sewer water. That's not very healthy, I guess. That's a nice horse cart. I hope the material I shot now is stabilized horizontally. Don't want to do that by hand. I'll find out shortly. Skittering, I used to do that when I was a teenager. Never really crashed out, so who knows, I'm doing it again. It's green, let's get the green light. Oh shoot. Still green. That was still green, right? Sorry. So this entire about 2 kilometer stretch straight up ahead used to be the main provincial road connecting the airport area with the city area. As you see, all cars have gone and it's a cycling only area now, except for residents. This should look really nice in summer. So I noticed my Rode wireless is charging off my battery from the action cam. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Still lasted 70 minutes and 9% left. Not too shabby. You can only hear birds when I'm not talking, and maybe some wind, but so nice here. We're having a sporting event. Really nice day to do that. There's a LED sign there. Let's say cyclist counter. Should look back at old footage, but we are currently at 290,315 for the year. Make that 316. Yeah. In about a month's time, all these trees are having their leaves out full. I think that looks amazing, freshly green leaves. And we're halfway the path here. A lot of cyclists, a lot of people exercising. This is just on the outskirts of Eindhoven, mind you. You can take a bike if you want to and go here. That's the idea of this video. Once we're at the end of the line here, of the road, we'll enter the residential neighborhoods again, and soon we'll be at the Torenallee, which is the main road running to the former industrial complex of Philips. After that, we'll be in the city center. This is the PSV training camp. They haven't been training that so good. They haven't been training that well because they lost from Ajax recently. Stupid ass mother, whatever. Cycling makes you lazy. You just want to lay down somewhere nice and have a little nap, but it's mid-April, grass is still so foggy and wet and cold. They'll have to wait until later in this season. It's not wet, it's just general morning moisture wet, if that sounds okay to you. As I said, no rain to speak of in the last 2 months. So yeah, it's early morning fogs and stuff that keeps everything alive here for a bit. It's a crow. Another intersection of cycling lanes. Someone selling ice cream. I'll save that for the next time. Oops, drinking and driving, literally. Let's check up on my remaining time of my card. I have 16 minutes left. We should do it until the train station roughly. So that will be the end point of this trip, I guess. Let's see. The wind's from ahead, so I'm a little bit slower. Here are the field buildings of the former Philips factory area. Only the chimneys remain. All the other buildings are converted to residential complexes nowadays. There it is. And that's where we are going, straight through the heart. Other road traffic goes first, so I'll hop on the road. People are out. That's okay too. This is a walking and cycling area, no cars allowed, only on the outside. That's why you see people walking here as well. And people repairing their chain. That's a pain in the ass if your chain is off your bike, off your gears. Dirty pain in the ass because it's all oils and grease. Grease lightning. So we're entering the city area here, slowly. Expect a lot of more cyclists and other traffic. Once again, dead end street except for cyclists. Because of course it is. Ooh, my sound is keeping up as well. Nice. Look, cars. Let's press the button and get a green light. Let's try it again. Three crossings here, that's terrible. And we're back on track again. If the footage stops, that's the end of the line. That means my SD card is run out.
Sta ik zeker niet lekker dik doen.
This is the PSV Stadium on the right. Can't go straight here. I think we will make it into the station. 4 more minutes left, I think. And 3 of you will be spent in front of this for life.
dan maak je het af.
It's spring and really warm. The people are out, look at that. I have to cross the piazza area, but you can do that by bike. You don't have to get off your bike. That car was on the bus lane. Let's see. And yes, you can cycle here. I follow the lady in front of me. Yep, safest bet, following someone else. Ooh, ice cream. We've made it to the station area. So I guess that is a thank you for watching. And see you on the next one.